The Friday Sports Riot on SportsTownChicago.com.
What's up? This is the Friday Sports Riot. I'm Ryan Hoppy.
And I'm Ryan Stuffridge.
And if you want to call the show, it's 630-403-5200. That is 630-403-5200. And on the phone line, we have from 87.7 The Game, we have Mark Carman on the phone. What's up, Mark?
Hi, gentlemen. Thank you for having me.
How's everything been so far at 87.7 The Game?
It's been great, man. It's exciting to be a part of. We're looking forward to doing great things, and I've got my new partner, Connor McKnight, who's with me, so it's exciting stuff.
Now let's start off talking about the breaking news that was yesterday about Devin Hester becoming a unrestricted free agent, and he's not going to be on the Bears next year. What are some of your thoughts on that?
Well, I always enjoyed Devin. He's certainly one of the most prolific players in the history of the NFL. Nobody would argue that. Tremendous return man, and it's always disappointing from my standpoint when decisions are made because of money. And I understand the fact that he was going to be paid more than what the Bears, had available, as they have other needs clearly. So it didn't make sense for them. But it's not like they don't want Devin Hester on their football team. It just doesn't make sense financially. You see more and more in the NFL, and especially in the NBA, that deals are not done or decisions are not made because of what the player can do. It's more so the financial ramifications. And I just don't think that's great for sports.
And now, when it's all said and done, do you think that he could make it into the Hall of Fame?
It's a good debate. I personally don't have him there. I don't think that, he wasn't a great receiver. That's being kind. And his position, his ability to change a game is dynamic, but really, how many times did he do that in his career where you could directly say, well, he won the game for you, or he completely changed the outcome? I mean, even in the Super Bowl, when he takes it back, the Bears go on to lose the game to the Colts. Now, there is the one against Arizona, which was unbelievable in the famous Dennis Green game. So there's one, but for somebody who touches the ball so infrequently, it's hard for me to say he's a Hall of Famer.
And now I want to get your take on this. It seems like the fans are not that sad to see him leave. Like, I get that he hasn't been the same player the last few years, but I feel like some fans didn't appreciate what he brought to the Bears. What is your take on that?
Well, where are you getting at, Ryan? I don't know exactly. What are you looking for? Do you want fans to be storming the streets right now?
It just seems like all the kickoff returns he had and everything he brought to the team, there'd be more reflection and more looking on his career on the Bears. There's just not that much sadness when it comes to him playing, because it's just like he brought so much to the team. He had that great Super Bowl run. It just seems like we're too blah about it. But that's just me and how I feel when I see people posting on Facebook, Twitter, and even on the news. But I just feel like they're looking too much on when he was a wide receiver or when he played the last few years.
Interesting. So you're reading the Facebook, you're reading the Twitter, and you're not seeing the amount of proper love in your mind that we should be giving Devin Hester.
Yeah, that's what I believe. I just don't think we're reflecting enough on it. We're just kind of moving on too fast. Like, oh, it's his time to go, but we're not really thinking about how much fun he was to watch.
Right. Well, hey, man, I see where you're coming from. I think you always should celebrate a guy like that, once-in-a-lifetime player. But on the other hand, I think as sports fans, we're very mature. We realize that things like this do happen. So onward and upward, my friend, and let's see how this Bears team comes together.
Now let's move on to talk a little bit about hockey and the Chicago Blackhawks. They had a great bounce-back win last night. They beat the Blue Jackets 6-1. Do you think that with the addition of the St. Louis Blues, how they got Ryan Miller, do you think that the Hawks have even more competition now against St. Louis?
Well, they're chasing them, that's for one, and, they're obviously in a dogfight with Colorado as well, and got the Ducks sitting out there with the best record in the NHL, and the Blues clearly are going for it with the addition of Ryan Miller at the top of the list. But, I don't think the Hawks are intimidated. They, of course, lost to the Blues all three times they played this year, so that's not great, but two of those games were in shootouts, and Playoffs very much different than the regular season. They're still the defending champs. I always look at it like the road to the Stanley Cup is coming right through Chicago, and it'd be great if they have home ice, but if they don't, I think they'll manage that as well. So until they're knocked up, I'm going to believe the Blackhawks are going to somehow, some way find a way to get it done.
And what do the Blackhawks need to do to win the Cup this year? What is your take?
Well, clearly Joe Quenneville right now is looking for offense, changing up the lines, and it certainly was there last night, getting 6 goals, and Andrew Shaw looked real good playing up top with Saad and Taves. I don't expect that to stay that way the rest of the way, especially when Hossa comes back. I would assume he'll be back on the top line, but kind of interesting to see Patrick Sharp playing with Patrick Kane right now. I kind of enjoy that combo on the second line. So, look, they're going to need great goaltending. They're going to need to do everything you got to do to win a Stanley Cup. There's no one area that they could be deficient in and not get it done. I mean, they're a great team, but they're not. It's not like they can, let in a ton of goals and figure they're going to score 6 or not score at all and figure that Corey's going to let up only 1 or that type of stuff either. So they're going to need all their penalty kill going, and they're going to have their power play going, all of it.
Now let's move on to the Chicago Bulls. Now we know Joakim Noah has played like some sort of god the last few months and stuff. Now we know he's not going to win MVP because you got James, you got Durant. But do you think Joakim Noah could make a push to make some people interested in trying to crown him MVP?
Well, I think he's going to get votes. I think he'll get some third-place votes, fourth-place votes, fifth-place votes. The writers who get to vote on MVP, they have to pick 5 guys. So I would assume that he'll be on many of the writers' top 5 lists. I don't think he's going to get any first-place or second-place votes. I mean, that would be absurd.
Yeah.
But will he get third, fourth, and fifth? I would think so. And I love Noah. I think he's fun to watch and exactly what you want as the face of your team as far as his competitiveness and his desire to make the Bulls a champion. I think he's just a tremendous, tremendous asset, and really it's rare that you have a guy who doesn't put the ball in the basket and you find him that fun to watch, but Noah falls into that category. He's just a guy that can grab boards, and run the offense from the center spot and make it very fun to watch Bulls basketball.
And now, when Derrick Rose went down, a lot of people thought this team would tank and just give up. Did you ever think this Bulls team would be capable of winning games like they are right now?
Well, I never bought into the tanking. I didn't really see where that was coming from.
Yeah.
But if you watch the Bulls, you know that Tom Thibodeau is not going to be a part of that. And it really didn't make sense for the Bulls to just completely dismantle their team when you have to hope that Rose is coming back, and you're paying him so much money. It didn't make sense to just get rid of everyone being the Taj Gibsons and the Noahs of the world. I just didn't think they would do that. I mean, maybe Taj will go this summer with if they can somehow get Carmelo coming here, but I would be highly skeptical if that happens. So, look, it surprised me a little bit they're 7-over, but I thought they'd be a 500 team around it, not something that was going straight to the lottery.
Now, before we let you go, where can people find your work on the radio and online?
Well, it's 87.7 on your radio, the newest sports in town,
right.
And it's thegamechicago.com is our website. So I know you guys are having Ben Finford on a little bit later.
Right.
So he will tell you the same stuff, but we're hoping that people will check out what we're doing and give it a chance, and hopefully they'll make it a regular spot on their dial. And, of course, you can check us out on the TuneIn app as well if you're that type of look. I love listening on the phone. I do it all the time. So there's 3 options for you guys.
Okay. Thanks for coming on, Mark. We'd love to have you on again sometime.
Good luck to you guys, man. You're doing a great job, and best of luck as you start into the business.
Thank you, Mark.
You got it, guys. See you.
And that was Mark Carman, who is heard every night, now with Connor McKnight.
The Friday Sports Riot on SportsTownChicago.com.